Welcome to the July 2020 pending home sales report for the Tallahassee real estate market. June was a very strong month for new contracts, perhaps indicating a diminishing effect of the COVID pandemic. Today's report will help us determine just how much impact COVID is having on the housing market in 2020 and what we forecast for the next few months. Hi, I'm Joe Manausa, author of The Business of Getting Business and creator of Manausa.com, where I've helped tens of thousands of people buy and sell homes. I would like to help you too. If you already are a subscriber, thank you and welcome back. If you are new to our channel and you appreciate accurate housing market reports, answers to your real estate frequently asked questions, and virtual tours of some of the nicest homes in Tallahassee, then you have come to the right location. Hit subscribe to get started and the bell so you never miss anything. Today's graphs were assembled from data in the Tallahassee MLS on July 10, 2020. It includes all contracts written that are either closed or are working towards closing. What this data does not include are contracts that were written and subsequently failed to close. Each month when I assemble a pending home sales report, failed contracts disappear so that we are only left with ones waiting to close or those that successfully closed. The blue lines report the number of contracts written in 2019 by month and are still pending or already closed. The gray lines report the same for 2020. Currently, the number of contracts written through June has risen to 147 more than were written through June of 2019 due to a very strong month of new contracts in June, where we saw growth of 46% over last year's June contracts. The pending home sales report only looks at current and closed contracts, thus contracts that fall apart are not considered in our data. This means that the big rise of June 2020 contracts is a little bit inflated. It includes many contracts that will fail, while only one pending contract remains from June 2019. And the rest have already closed or been excluded as failures. So we're not really comparing apples to apples. Ultimately, we know that when the future reports are produced, June 2020 will not exceed June 2019 by 46%. Nevertheless, it's nice to see such a pronounced gain in year-over-year new contracts. Hey, if you like this video and appreciate the work that went into producing the figures and statistics, please take a moment to tell YouTube that this is a video worth watching. Simply click on the thumbs up, subscribe, and then click the bell icon so you never miss anything. This next graph shows what buyers are spending on homes. Using the same data, I calculated the average home price in 2020 each month and compared it with the same months in 2019. Buyers continue to spend more this year than they did last year, ranging from as much as 11.3% more in February to just 4.2% more in April. June prices were nearly 8% higher than June 2019 prices. One thing to note is the MLS does not reveal the contract price for pending home sales. That means for homes that have closed, we're using the actual sales price, but for those that are still under contract, we are using the asking price. This means that when all the homes tracked in this report close, it's likely we'll see an adjustment between the 2 years, and it'll probably tighten up a little, as most closed prices will likely be at or lower than asking prices. This next graph demonstrates the rate at which home values are rising, which is far faster than normal. It tracks the average home value in 2020 each month and compares it with values from the same months in 2019. As you can see, the appreciation rate each month has ranged from as high as 9.3% to as low as 4.8%, with values in June 7.2% higher than values in June of 2019. Overall, for the midway point in 2020, home values have appreciated a very strong 6.5%. So why is appreciation so high? If you have an answer, please share it in the comments section below. I'd love to know what you think. Our next graph identifies when the current pending contracts were written, and what it is showing is a longer than normal tail of contracts, perhaps tied to new homes being built. While most contracts are scheduled to close within 45 days, new construction contracts can be quite different. It is not uncommon for a home to be under contract in the MLS for nearly a year if the contract is for a home yet to be built. Currently, there are 667 Tallahassee homes for sale in the MLS that are under contract with buyers. This represents an increase of 1.2% over last month's report when it revealed 659 homes under contract. Of those, 89 contracts were written in July, 13%, 300 were written in June, which is 45%, 119 were written in May, which is 18%, and the rest were written as far back as August of 2018. Simply put, 76% of the pending contracts were written in the past 70 days, meaning about 1 in 4 contracts are fairly old. One thing that does catch my eye in this graph is the large number of June closings that have occurred. Remember, this graph shows closed and pending contracts by the date they were written, and there were 267 contracts that were written in June that have already closed. By the time the rest of June contracts have closed, June will likely be the strongest month of the year thus far, perhaps indicating the COVID pandemic's impact on the housing market is waning. Our final graph is a year-over-year home sales comparison for each month, and it's produced by closing date as opposed to all previous graphs that were assembled by the date the contracts were written. Even as the number of contracts written continues to rise, the closings graph shows a different story. Closed home sales are down roughly 8% in 2020 when compared to 2019. In our previous report, I concluded the MLS is reporting a higher percentage of contracts that fail to close, so even as new contracts are strong, closings have declined over the past 90 days. What happened about 90 days ago that might have impacted home sales in Tallahassee? If you think you know this answer, share it in the comments section below. June figures are promising, as we saw the market slow its decline that began in April, the first real month of the COVID pandemic's impact on the Tallahassee real estate market. When we couple the slowing decline with the surge of new contracts in June, I won't be surprised if next month's pending home sales report shows a year-over-year gain in July 2020 versus July 2019 for homes closed. Contracts were strong and the market appears to have turned. While the COVID pandemic continues to impact our way of life, perhaps the impact on the housing market will be reduced. Regardless of the outcome, we'll be here to keep you up to date on the listings and home sales in the Tallahassee real estate market. You can get even more information on the Tallahassee real estate market by watching our mid-year home sales report right here. Remember to like this video. It will help us get the message to YouTube that our market reports are worth watching. Thank you for watching through to the end of our video, and we'll see you in the next few days. Stay safe.